If you have diabetes or even pre-diabetes and you start your day with a bowl of oatmeal, you are likely making one of the biggest mistakes for your blood sugar. You think you are eating a healthy, fiber-rich breakfast, but for many of you, that bowl is nothing more than a sugar spike waiting to happen. I am here to tell you that the way 90% of people eat oatmeal is actively working against their health goals. But do not worry, because I am going to show you the doctor's oatmeal hack. This is a simple science-backed way to transform this breakfast from a blood sugar disaster into a powerful tool for stabilizing your glucose levels all morning long. Let us be clear right from the start. Oatmeal can be healthy. It contains a specific type of soluble fiber called beta-glucan, which is fantastic for slowing down glucose absorption and even lowering cholesterol. But here's the problem that nobody talks about. The issue is not the oat itself. The issue is what happens to the oat during processing, and exactly what you do to it before you eat it. When you walk down the cereal aisle, you see instant oatmeal packets, quick oats, old-fashioned rolled oats, and steel-cut oats. These are not the same food. Most people reach for the instant flavor packets because they are convenient. But instant oatmeal has been cut, steamed, rolled incredibly thin, and then dried again so it can cook in a microwave in 90 seconds. That convenience comes at a severe cost. All that processing breaks down the structure of the oat, which means your body can break it down instantly too. Faster breakdown means faster glucose release. Faster glucose release means a bigger spike in your blood sugar. Those instant packets, especially the flavored ones, are often loaded with added sugars on top of that. You are starting with a refined carbohydrate base and then dumping more sugar on top. That is not a diabetic-friendly breakfast. That is dessert pretending to be health food. If you are serious about managing your blood sugar, you must stop buying instant packets. Your first step in the doctor's oatmeal hack is to choose the right foundation. You need to choose steel-cut oats or old-fashioned rolled oats. Steel-cut oats are just whole oat groats that have been chopped into a few pieces. Because they are so intact, your body has to work much harder to break them down. That means slower digestion, slower glucose release, and a much gentler curve on your blood sugar graph. Old-fashioned rolled oats fall somewhere in between, but they are still far superior to instant oats. Now, let us talk about portion size, because even the right type of oat can cause problems if you are eating too much. A lot of people pour oats into a bowl without measuring and end up with 2 or 3 servings worth of carbohydrates in one sitting. For most adults managing diabetes, a reasonable portion is about 1/3 to 1/2 cup of dry oats before you cook them. That might sound small, but remember, oats absorb a lot of water or milk as they cook, so they expand significantly. Once you add your toppings, which we are about to discuss, you will have a full, satisfying bowl. This brings us to the most critical part of the hack. This is where most people fail. They choose the right oats, they measure their portion, and then they ruin everything by eating the carbs alone or adding sugar. You need to build a defense system. I call this the protein and fat shield. Think of it this way. Carbohydrates are like a fire. They burn fast and hot. If you throw paper on a fire, it ignites instantly and burns out quickly. That is what happens when you eat plain oatmeal. You get a quick burst of energy followed by a crash. Protein and fat are like heavy logs. They burn slow and steady. When you combine carbs with protein and fat, you create a sustained, even burn that keeps your blood sugar stable for hours. This is the key to making oatmeal work. You must never eat naked carbohydrates. So here is how you build your shield. After you cook your oats, add a source of protein. The easiest option is a few tablespoons of plain Greek yogurt stirred right into the bowl. Greek yogurt is high in protein, low in sugar, and it makes your oatmeal incredibly creamy. If you do not like yogurt, you can add a scoop of unflavored protein powder or even a tablespoon of natural nut butter like almond butter or peanut butter. Just make sure it is the kind with no added sugar. For the fat component of your shield, you need fiber and healthy oils. This is where nuts and seeds come in. A tablespoon or 2 of chopped walnuts, almonds, or pecans adds crunch flavor and a dose of healthy fats that slow digestion even further. Chia seeds and ground flax seeds are also excellent choices. They are packed with omega-3 fatty acids and fiber, and they blend seamlessly into your oatmeal without changing the texture. You can also add a handful of hemp seeds or pumpkin seeds if you like a little more bite. These additions are small, but they make a massive difference in how your body processes the meal. I also want to mention a secret weapon for those of you who struggle with sweet cravings in the morning. Try a savory oatmeal. You might have heard that savory breakfasts are the only way to manage diabetes, and while you do not have to give up sweet oats, savory oats are a fantastic option. Instead of cooking your oats in water, try cooking them in vegetable or chicken broth. Then stir in some spinach or kale until it wilts. Finally, top it with a fried or poached egg. The egg provides the perfect protein shield and the yolk adds healthy fats. It might sound strange if you are used to brown sugar, but it is surprisingly delicious and keeps you full for hours. Now, if you prefer a classic sweet breakfast, we need to talk about the sweetener swap. Ditch the brown sugar, the maple syrup, and the honey. These are just concentrated sugar bombs. Your new sweeteners are whole fruit and spices. Berries are your best friend here. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries are all relatively low in sugar compared to other fruits, and they are loaded with fiber and antioxidants. A handful of fresh or frozen berries adds natural sweetness, color, and nutrients without causing a massive glucose spike. For flavor, you need to use cinnamon, but you have to be specific. I recommend using Ceylon cinnamon, often called true cinnamon. Not only does it taste great, but some studies suggest that Ceylon cinnamon can specifically help insulin sensitivity. It is a small change that can have a functional benefit. A little bit of vanilla extract or a pinch of nutmeg can also elevate the flavor without adding any sugar at all. If you absolutely need a touch more sweetness, consider using a small amount of a natural sweetener like stevia or monk fruit, which will not spike your blood sugar. Let me give you a real-world example of what this looks like in practice, so you can replicate it tomorrow morning. Start with 1/3 cup of steel-cut oats cooked in water or unsweetened almond milk. Stir in 2 tablespoons of plain Greek yogurt while the oats are still warm so it gets creamy. Add 1 tablespoon of chopped walnuts and 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed. This is your shield. Then top with a handful of fresh blueberries and a generous sprinkle of Ceylon cinnamon. That is it. You now have a balanced blood sugar-friendly breakfast that will keep you satisfied and energized all morning. No crash, no mid-morning cravings, just steady, sustained energy. One final advanced tip is the concept of priming. Some people with diabetes find that eating carbohydrates first thing in the morning on an empty stomach still causes a bit of a spike even when they follow all these tips. If that is, you try eating your protein shield before you take your first bite of oatmeal. Have a boiled egg or a few spoonfuls of Greek yogurt first. Wait 5 or 10 minutes and then eat your oatmeal. This primes your digestive system and blunts the glucose response even more. It is a small timing trick that works wonders for many of my patients. The bottom line is this: oatmeal can absolutely be part of a diabetes-friendly diet, but only if you are intentional about the type. You choose the portion you eat and exactly what you pair it with. Skip the instant packets, measure your servings, and always remember the fire and logs analogy. Combine your oats with protein, healthy fats, and fiber-rich toppings. When you do this, oatmeal stops being a blood sugar problem and starts being a blood sugar solution. Now that you have mastered breakfast, you are probably wondering what you should eat for lunch and dinner to keep this streak going. You do not want to undo all this hard work with a bad lunch. I have a longer, comprehensive video where I walk through a full, perfect day of eating for diabetes, showing you exactly what to put on your plate for every single meal. I break down the exact recipes and timing to keep your numbers in range all day long. Click the video on your screen right now to see the complete meal plan, and I will see you there.